The red sun gradually rose. The light spread over the Okavango Delta, where the rivers intertwined into an endless maze. In a place where, even in the sky, the water surface of the strong will strike a fatal blow, and the weak will be quickly wiped out. What creature will become a victim in the bloody whirlpool of the Okavango today? Bloody Okavango, the cruel hunt of the fish eagle. Dawn fell on the Okavango Delta. On the still water surface, small ripples spread, revealing a vague sign of a hidden movement. It was as if something was making this land more tense than ever. The land was breathtakingly beautiful, but also filled with invisible danger. Because here, every peaceful moment was just a veil for a brutal hunt about to take place. In the middle of the bright sky, a giant shadow suddenly swept across the water. The sharp, golden eyes sweep along each ripple, watching the tiny movements hidden under the water. That is the ruler of the sky, the African fish eagle, a bird of prey that makes the entire Okavango wary. The African fish eagle, the ruler of the sky, possesses majesty and absolute power. With a muscular body up to nearly 80 centimeters long, weighing an average of 3 to 4 kilos, it has a wingspan of more than 2 meters. Enough to block out the sunlight when gliding across the still water. The dark reddish-brown feathers hug the muscular wings, standing out between the pure white chest and the white head, making it look like a warrior wearing a powerful armor. The bright golden eyes, 6 to 8 times sharper than human vision, sweep along each ripple, not missing any movement. The sharp, curved golden beak, combined with the claws curved like iron hooks, became the perfect pair of weapons. When closed, the squeezing force from the claws was enough to penetrate and hold the prey struggling underwater. The Okavango sky was calm. Only the rustling of reeds and the gently rippling water surface remained. From above, a giant shadow passed by. The fish eagle's bright yellow eyes locked onto a large fish swimming lazily near the surface of the water. In an instant, it dove down. In just one breath, the fish was lifted off the water, helpless before the squeezing force of the steel claws. The fish eagle flapped its wings strongly, pulling the spoils of war up into the air. In the fiery sky of the Okavango, the fish eagle once again asserted its absolute authority. From its powerful wings, its cold eyes, to its lightning-fast pounce, it is the embodiment of the cruelty and deadly beauty of wild nature. In another corner of the Okavango Delta, the dawn continues to spread, covering the endless stretches of reeds in gold. The sun gradually rises, reflecting on the calm water, creating shimmering streaks of light. In that seemingly quiet scene, a brilliant life suddenly appears. From afar, a giant pink-orange patch gradually appears, standing out against the deep blue of the swamp. Hundreds of slender wings flap gently, reflecting the sparkling light in the early morning sun. The slender footsteps part the shallow water, leaving ripples spreading like soft strokes of nature. In the shallow waters of the Okavango, flamingos appear like a bright pink streak on the deep blue background. Standing 1.2 to 1.5 meters tall, their long, slender, pale pink legs allow them to wade easily through the marshes, while their graceful, curved necks flow like a soft ribbon. Their brilliant pink-orange plumage, made from carotenoid pigments found in small shrimps and plankton, makes them one of Africa's most striking birds. Flamingos do not hunt as fiercely as eagles, Instead, they use their characteristic curved beaks as a biological comb, filtering shrimp, crustaceans, and algae from the muddy water. When thousands of them simultaneously bow their heads to feed, the water surface suddenly turns into a vivid pink carpet. Another interesting habit of theirs is that they often stand on one leg to rest, helping to keep their bodies warm and save energy. An image that is both strange and proud. During the rainy season, thousands of individuals gather in giant flocks to breed. Their nests are molded from mud into small cones protruding from the water surface, where the female lays a single egg. Both the male and female take turns incubating the eggs for nearly a month until the chicks hatch. It will take several years for those small, pale gray birds to gradually change their feathers to a proud pink color. But that beauty is always fragile before the cycle of life and death. Eggs and chicks easily become delicious prey for otters, hyenas, or vultures, while adult birds face the lurking dangers of crocodiles and eagles. In the midst of the bloody vortex of life and death, flamingos appear as a fragile but proud highlight, proving that even in the most brutal places, nature still knows how to put on a brilliant coat of life. Each winding bend of the river opens up a different landscape. The shallow swamp recedes behind, giving way to a wider riverbed, deeper and darker water. The water surface suddenly ripples, then cracks open as a giant body emerges. That is the appearance of the hippopotamus, the giant of African rivers, one of the largest mammals in the world. Their bodies can be more than 3 meters long, about 1 meter high, and weigh from 1.2 to 1.5 tons. The thick, dark gray, glossy skin secretes a pale pink mucus that acts as a natural sunscreen, protecting them from the harsh sunlight. The hippo's head is large. Its huge snout can open up to 150 degrees, revealing fangs up to half a meter long. Although its main food is grass, its teeth and terrible bite force are enough to crush the bones of its enemies. Its bulging eyes, ears, and nose are located high on its head, allowing it to observe and breathe easily while submerged in the water. The hippo's survival instinct is a mixture of passivity when resting in the water and explosive aggression when challenged. They are not predators, but are considered one of the most dangerous animals in Africa. They are ready to chase and attack anyone who invades their territory. Bites or gores from a body of more than a ton can turn opponents into victims in the blink of an eye. In the world of hippos, each stretch of river is a fragile throne, where only one adult male has control of the herd. The appearance of a challenger means a declaration of war. And then, as the sun's rays poured down on the water, the heavy silence was about to explode into a ruthless battle to the death. The surface of the river suddenly became unusually still. Two giant bodies emerged, only a few meters apart. Their bulging eyes locked, their breaths puffing out white smoke, as if the whole river was holding its breath. Then suddenly, the fight broke out. After a few tense breaths, the weaker one turned around, retreating in humiliating defeat, leaving the water turbulent behind. The other raised its head high, blowing out a powerful breath as if declaring its sovereignty. The river now belongs to him, the strongest, the one who can hold the throne in the cruel cycle of survival of the Okavango. The bloody battle is over, but that is only the beginning of the harsh survival instinct. For hippos, victory means not only holding territory, but also control of the female herd, the key to maintaining the species. During the breeding season, the dominant male will exclusively mate with the females in his territory. Each female, after nearly 8 months of pregnancy, will give birth in the water, where the baby immediately learns to swim and dive after its mother. When they are first born, the tiny hippos often take refuge under their mother's shade, suckle from the water, and depend entirely on her protection. The entire hippo herd, therefore, revolves around the dominance of a dominant male. Any challenger is a danger to the females and their calves, and is also the reason for the constant fierce battles. Although hippos only eat grass, they are one of the most dangerous animals in Africa. They protect their territory with blood and mud, nurture their females and calves in the deep water, and inadvertently become the silent architects of the delta, when the paths they create help the water spread to nourish all species. The sun was gradually setting towards noon, the harsh light shining down on the Okavango River. Heavy ripples drifted towards the deep pools, where darkness gradually took over under the murky water. The normally calm surface of the water suddenly rippled. From the murky mud, a dark figure gradually emerged, as long as a drifting rotten log. Only the cold yellow eyes and rugged back protruded from the water, motionless to the point of being indistinguishable from the surrounding scenery. It was the Nile crocodile, a killing machine weighing nearly half a ton, more than 4 meters long, covered in thick, dark skin covered with rough scales like armor. Its giant jaws with hundreds of jagged teeth, when closed, could crush a buffalo bone in an instant. But its most dangerous weapon was not only its strength, but also its cold patience. The river's surface was silent. Just below the water, that giant black shadow crawled slowly, blending into the flow. Only the cold yellow eyes and nostrils protruded from the water, motionless as two floating stones. The crocodile lay still for hours, even days, waiting for the moment when its prey was off guard. Small ripples spread from its rugged back and then disappeared immediately, erasing all traces. On the shore, the herd of thirsty antelopes approached the river's edge. They walked cautiously, their ears constantly twitching at the invisible sounds. The harsh midday sun cracked the ground, and the cool water was the only source of life. The tension seemed to fill the air. Suddenly, the crocodile rushed forward. The unfortunate antelope struggled desperately, but in just a short breath, it was dragged down into the deep water. Under the river, silence quickly returned, only the blood trail slowly dissolving into the flow. After millions of years of evolution, the Nile crocodile still retains its brutal nature, the ruler under the water, spreading terror to any creature that dares to approach the river's edge. It is the embodiment of silent, cold, but inescapable darkness. In the Okavango Delta, every pounce, every battle depicts a fierce cycle of life and death. Here, there is no room for weakness. Only the strong have the right to exist, and even peace is just a veil for the lurking death battles. In your opinion, which bird can compare to the fish eagle in terms of strength and brutality? Leave a comment below the video.